Sakamoto Days.
LOL.
This is Sakamoto
That's
Days.
the alternate title. I'm sorry. I'm running right over your intro, but alternate title for Sakamoto Days. LOL. That's all.
This is Sakamoto Days, chapter 195. I know. We left off, Shin was trying to kill Tenkyu, and he has kind of relinquished his spot at the Sakamoto store after deciding that Tenkyu is way too dangerous to keep alive and that he has to die. And at the end of that chapter, Sakamoto showed up and stopped him from doing so. But now we return to 30 minutes earlier, where we reunite with Atari, Heisuke, and this lady security guard. And last we left off with them, Torres showed up out of nowhere after Shin separated from them to fight Tenkyu. And he's asking about a reading on this horse racing ticket. And Heisuke's like, who are you? And we cut back to the outside world, where we find out why Torres is at the jail to begin with. And it turns out he was sent over there to rescue the fortune teller, because the JAA is concerned that if anybody takes her, the bad guys can use her for evil means. And at that point, that's when we get a full page spread back to the present. Both Heisuke and the prison guard lady are defeated. And at this point, I was like, oh no, Brian's not going to like this. That was literally the first thing I thought. Right. I was like, oh my God, no. Brian's going to go crazy.
Was that your first thought too, Josh?
Quite literally the first second I saw this.
No, I was disappointed myself. I'll let you know when I think about you.
I literally saw this. I was like, oh my God, Brian's gonna be a nightmare on the show. Brian's gonna go full menace on this podcast right now. But yeah, Heisuke is defeated down there, and but Heisuke is not out. He just got beat up a little bit. He seems to have survived. He's getting up, and he's like, "Stop! You guys ran her ragged, and now her luck's run out. Leave her alone." And Torres is like, "You think everyone gets to choose how they want to live? This girl and I are just playing the hand we're dealt. If you want to change your face, you gotta gamble." And it's at that point Sakamoto bursts through the ceiling and kicks the shit out of Torres, sending him flying. And
oh crap!
And Heisuke is like, "Taro, what are you doing here?" And he explains that he got an emergency signal from Shin's name tag GPS, and he traced it all the way here. And Heisuke explains that Shin's down below, and he says that he's quitting the store and returning to the assassin life. And that's when the prison guard pulls up and says, "You're Sakamoto, right? I know it's not my place to say this, but if you leave now, this girl will be in grave danger." And Torres is like, "Don't worry, Sakamoto. Go on down to your friend. I'll forgive that blow. But if you go, I'm keeping the girl. And if the black-haired kid and the woman give me trouble, I'll kill him." And that's when Sakamoto pulls out Heisuke's sniper rifle and Peisuke, and he's like, and Heisuke's like, "My gun and Peisuke." And Atari actually thinks to herself that the boy and the bird are powerful luck items for each other, and there's an extremely powerful aura of safety and good energy. That's when this is when I was like, yeah, take that, Brian. No, Brian won't be a menace on the podcast. So yeah, Torres is like, "You think that kid could hold out for 10 minutes? No, that's a gamble, Sakamoto." And Sakamoto's like, "It's not a gamble. It's a sure thing. I trust my friends." And we finally cut over to the point where we were last chapter, where Sakamoto swoops in and holds Shin's arm from plunging the arrow into Tenkyu. And Shin is just like, "Mr. Sakamoto, what are you doing here?" And he tells Shin that they're leaving, and he says, "This is not where you belong." And all of a sudden, Tenkyu just starts barfing up blood. And Sakamoto pushes Shin out of the way and tries to help Tenkyu live. And Shin's like, no, he needs to die. He was going to go after Mrs. Aoi and Hana. And
no, man, he needs to die.
yeah, what are you talking about?
Wait.
And,
Die.
yeah, and Sakamoto's like, for your sake, I won't let you become a murderer. And Shin is like, I'm not what you and the others think. I'm not a good person. And Sakamoto puts his hand on his back and says, I know. Don't worry, I know what kind of person you are. And we get a flashback to when Sakamoto was 19 and the first time he met Shin, which was when he was 13. And he's talking to, I guess, the same guy who sent Taro down to go get Atari. He says, supposedly he was in the JA Special Forces before, but he's new, but I can vouch for his skills. And, I guess he's introducing Sakamoto to these folks. And he's like, oh, that kid, we caught him sniffing around, refuses to say who he's working for, so I was about to ice him. And Shin looks at Sakamoto and says, hey, save me, jerk face. And Sakamoto's like, what? And that's where the chapter ends. Josh, what did you think about Sakamoto Days, chapter 195?
Go on, Josh.
So what I thought about Ryan was when he said, it's not a gamble, it's a sure thing. I trust my friends. So I understood Brian last week. I understood that he had a vision for how he thought the arc was going to play off from two perspectives. One from Hisuke's character development and the theme of the jail. I agree. Things could have been played off more within the jail. Personally, I don't seek more of it. I just understand where you're coming from. My biggest issue was that the arc wasn't over and there was still time for a point to be made about any of these characters, you know? And literally in the next chapter, it almost, you know, like we say this all the time, but I feel like it's almost as if the authors listen or you know what I mean?
Hear me out.
And I don't even think just to New Jump City. I think, you know, there's probably a lot of us that like we're three people on this podcast. We don't always agree and have the same perspective. So I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there that feel at least the way one of us feel. You know what I'm saying? So they be listening. They keep their ear to the street. So we gotta always keep putting that energy out there. This is an example of that. He said, Brian and others. Here. And he can have his bird too, all right? Here, he can have his whole situation. Let's do it, all right? I brought him. I was going to ease into it, but boom. That's for you. He said that was the appetizer, and the course is about to begin. All right, now I'm done with that. Yeah. Is this a retcon? Like
What is?
Shin would have had to know he met Sakamoto, right?
He did.
There's no way.
This is not a retcon. Shin mentioned that they worked together a long time ago.
Yeah, he used
Really?
to be. Yeah, he used to be Sakamoto's apprentice.
I think they worked briefly together back in the day. That's how Shin mentions it. Because when he first meets Sakamoto when he's fat, he's surprised to see him that way. So he's like, I knew this guy. What happened to this guy? But they haven't really talked about it until now, probably because of this flashback.
Wow. That's actually makes this pretty interesting then. Okay. I don't know. I guess I don't have much other thoughts aside from that. I really enjoyed this chapter.
What do
Is
you
it
think?
time?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, Brian, what's your thoughts?
Oh boy.
All right. Listen, I'll eat crow when I need to. All right. I'll eat crow. The chapter. All right. So before I say anything else, this is this is giving me a hopeful optimism here. I am cautiously optimistic though. So there are things that I like about this chapter, and there are things that I don't like. So Sakamoto showing up, it's all right. I didn't really want him to show up, but him showing up is okay now that we have the flashback to go towards. And there's a surprising amount of depth in the statement, I know. After Shin is saying I'm not a good person, that's just such a unique response for a series like a shonen series like this. Like usually they would be like, nah, man, you're a good person, you're great, you're kind, you're awesome. But Sakamoto just goes, I know. And I don't know, it just felt so good. That was like a good moment right there. And then into the flashback, I'm intrigued. I am intrigued in what's going to happen now. So that's pretty cool. And it does kind of, depending on how the flashback goes, I'll be able to look back at the way that Shin is acting and understand the character a little bit more. So that might save it for me on Shin's end. So the thing that I don't like about this chapter, it's still Hisuke.
Oh my god.
I'm still not. I know next chapter I'm gonna be like, man, Hisuke's so fucking cool. Man, he really held his own against this guy. But I just don't like that he just gets his sniper rifle back and then that's how he's useful again. You know what I mean? Like it just wouldn't. What was, because they're training. They're supposed to be training, right?
Heisuke is not down there to train. I promise you that.
They're both supposed to get stronger. That's literally the whole crux of this.
He's going down there to back up Shin.
I don't agree with that.
What do you mean?
They're not going down.
Listen,
Heisuke is not going down there to train.
In general, as the plot, they're both supposed to be training.
No.
That's just because he's not there to train doesn't mean that he's not supposed to be training to get better, right? He's not the main point. The main point is not for Hisuke to get better, right? We all understand that. My point is, when he comes along, he should still be looking to get better, right? And I don't know. I feel like the sniper is a little bit of a cop-out. A little bit for that, because I feel like there's so much more that you could do with Hisuke aside from because it would have been cool to see what he's like without the sniper and what skills he can develop without it, right? But it feels a little bit like a cop out to me. But if this is the avenue that he wants to go with Hisuke and have him strictly only be useful with a sniper, that's fine. I don't care then. That if that's how it is, that's how it is. But I just think it would have been cool if he found some other avenue to work with to become more than just a sniper, and have some other utility to him that, maybe he didn't know about. I think that would have been cool. But it looks like it's sniper or bust for this guy.
He's a sniper.
He's a sniper. I know.
He has a literal target tattooed on his face. That's his entire identity.
I know, but he could have been like a marksman in general, just being somebody who could do.
He is good with a gun, though. He displayed
He's got
it.
A gun and a sniper.
The gun was not. There's his.
He
skills
did a
with
thing
the gun.
recently. What was the weird thing he did with the gun when he got it? He I think he bounced something off of the fucking. He did something just now when they were fighting Tenku together.
He did some sick shit with the bullets on the pistol.
Nah. I don't know. Like I said, my statement is how it is. I'm all right with him being just a sniper rifle one-trick pony, but I'm disappointed.
You are being harsh.
Yeah, right.
I am being harsh, bro. Why can't I just have Yes, he can do some barely cool stuff with the pistol.
That was super cool.
No, it was not super cool. It was cool. It was not super cool. Get the fuck out of here.
No, you're entitled to your
immediately got
opinion.
bodied.
I'm not trying to say that you can't say something's like cool or not. The thing is, like, he's about to get into a fight against another person that's on like that elite force or whatever. I forget what it's called. So this, the sandblaster dude,
order.
somebody that Sakamoto was struggling against. Now Hisuke is obviously not going to do this alone. He's going to have a little bit of help with the security guard, and I guess the girl might have some luck left or something. I don't know, but there's still opportunities for him to figure something out, like in this fight and moving forward. That's all I'm saying. Like,
it's
like, I don't know. I just feel like I really understood what you meant with like if you wanted to see Hisuke learning things like as they're progressing through like this jail, like he's like, through meeting different people, like different inmates, he gets inspired by something, you know what I'm saying? Like through those little moments, and then it comes out in a fight. I guess do you feel like this is a little forced? It almost feels a little forced.
It's not forced.
With him getting his sniper.
It just feels like a all right, here you go, buddy, kind of thing. It's like all right, this is like, it just felt like a hand wave to me.
That's like Shin not having his ESP though, and that's what makes a lot of his character. Otherwise, he's just a basic hand-to-hand guy.
Didn't Shin have like a moment where he didn't have a sniper and he still found like a different way to do shit? Or
the handgun.
But that's not really in. I don't know.
He's
like, it's hard for me to explain, but it's like the handgun wasn't anything really. It wasn't really.
You're right. It's not anything, really but it's a.
But I'm not saying
nothing. It's something.
It's I don't know. Like, I don't know how to explain it, because it's like, I'm telling you for sure that Hisuke has like there's just been missed opportunity. That's just how it is. They could have done like something else. Like I said, I made my peace with it. He's a sniper guy, but I thought he could have been more than just like a sniper and be more like a marksman in general. Somebody who can figure out how to do shit more kind of self-sufficiently or something like that. Maybe that's where they were going with it, but I was wrong.
Like Bullseye.
And
but I'm not being facetious. Wrong. Like Bullseye from Daredevil, who is really cool.
That would have been fire.
Like his thing is that he can use anything, whether it's like a fucking rock or not. I mean, I don't think you're saying that he had to copy that like one to one, but for
I'm
him
just
to
saying
have
that
maybe
in general,
some other arsenal, like I don't know, pick up another weapon that's more interesting than a handgun. But I'll tell you this, Kurapika makes the handgun seem really interesting.
Yeah, because he has a whole ass fucking lie detector. He has a whole lie detector with that shit.
All right, but like, I don't know, Hisuke might develop something cool. I know, I don't gotta convince you. I know that if you see something sick, you're not gonna be like, well, he didn't do it earlier. I know you're gonna be like, all right, this is fire. I don't think I had to convince you to be patient.
I know.
I'm trying to see where you're coming from, but whatever. You thought it was gonna be a certain way.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a certain way. I had my expectations for how this arc was going to go, and it didn't reach the expectations. Setting wise, character wise, it can, like, obviously there's some things that are like the jury's still out on, like with Shin and the flashback. I feel like depending on how that goes, it'll probably save a lot of the arc for me. But I don't know. It just feels like, man, this could have been so much better. That's just what I'm thinking whenever I'm reading it. Like, the thing about Sakamoto Days, though, is that I'm not going to not enjoy the arc, because the action and the fucking combat is going to be so fucking sick. So I'll at least have that to be like, oh yeah, that was pretty cool. Oh, that was pretty sick moment right there. Man, the art was pretty cool there. But the overall substance of the arc, it feels a little bit weaker than it could have been, in my opinion. But I'll eat crow. He looked at me in the face and he said, "Fuck you, Brian." And I said, "All right."
I don't know about that.
I don't know if he did that.
He handed you an L. I think he just was like, "You want to see something? Watch this." You know what I mean? He's like, watch this. Watch
Listen,
him.
he
Watch him
understands.
reflect 3 bullets and have them reflect off of each other and say something to the sand guy. It'll say something to him like, look up, and he'll be like, huh? And get shot. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I believe that
cool.
Hisuke is going to do some cool shit with the sniper, but we shall see next week. I
want a
am
slingshot.
I'm eager to be proved wrong. It would have been so cool if he had a slingshot, man.
Oh my
That
god.
would have been so
Or
fucking
if he
fire.
took Tenkyu's bow, you want him to take Tenkyu's bow and arrow and say, you know what, this
Honestly,
is my
that would have
shit.
been pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. That would have been
This
so
is
sick.
my shit. You're not sniping nobody's family, bro.
Tell me how cool.
Not with this.
I feel like Tenkyu should have been Hisuke's villain. Not gonna lie.
They might be. It might be.
Or
allow them to set it up, bro.
Here's my theory. I think at the end of this arc, Tenkyu is gonna become Hisuke's coach. That's what I think is gonna end up happening.
I'll take a rival. Or I ain't gonna lie, if he dies, I mean, that's cool too.
Yeah, I don't think Tenkyu's gonna die.
He's not gonna die. He's not gonna die. At least not by Shin's hands. Maybe Sakamoto, he'll be like he's about to die to Shin, and then Sakamoto just like snaps his neck, and he'd be like, "Look at that! You're not a killer. You're not a killer, Shin.
I am.
I killed him.
I'm a killer.
Now I have to leave the Sakamoto family. Take care of my wife and daughter, please."
Please. Por favor.
Now my wife will divorce me, and now you will have to take care of her. Because that's the rule. If Sakamoto kills, Aoi is going to divorce him.
Yeah. So you're my wife's new husband. Shit.
Yeah, you're going to have to marry my wife.
Yeah, Stephanie, she got some shoes to fill, man.
My wife.
Get it together. Cut the emo shit out.
Mm-hmm. Provide for my daughter.
Work at the store.
Provide for my daughter. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I really like this chapter. If I could say something about the Heisuke thing, it's just I feel like you're looking at Zoro using 3 swords and being like, well, what if he used 3 knives instead? It's like we've seen Heisuke do cool shit with other weapons before. We've seen it. We know he's capable of it. He's just a sniper rifle guy. He's always been that. He's never pretended to be anything else. That's okay. There's that one guy who's literally a sniper rifle as a character. Heisuke is not the most egregious example of this. So, I don't know. I'm not really.
No, there's a difference. Come on, there's a difference. Come on. That's the whole point.
I don't know. I'm just saying we've definitely
he's been so consumed by sniper rifling.
He's a sniper.
But that's not the point.
It's crazy how Zoro is so obsessed with swords. Is it because he's a swordsman?
Zoro and Heisuke are 2 completely different characters in different settings, right?
I'm saying I'm making a comparison here. I'm making an analogy.
Yeah, but the comparison doesn't really add up.
It does.
I think it does.
No,
what
it
you
doesn't.
mean? I don't add up.
Not. No,
it all depends on how it's executed. That's the point.
I don't think it's comparable.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
Zoro uses nothing but swords. That's how he fights.
Like an objective truth that it's like less interested.
I think Usopp is more of a comparison.
Okay, fine. Usopp only uses a sniper rifle, or you'll constantly not a sniper rifle, a slingshot. Are you like, I wish you would get a sniper rifle?
Yo, you want to know what Usopp does?
With a couple pistols, Is that
you want to know? You want to know why Usopp is a good comparison? Because he's the sniper king, right? Pew, pew, pew.
I wouldn't mind that.
But guess what? Usopp has added to his arsenal. He has changed the way that he functions. He's not just a sniper. He has other things that he can use.
Like what? He uses he snipes.
But he uses he
different
doesn't
bullets, kung fu fight,
different ingenuity. He just shows.
No, he has different bullets.
So does Hisuke. Bro, he ricochets bullets.
That's his big thing.
Yeah, he ricochets bullets.
You think that's easy? There's only a few characters even in manga that could do that. Him and Billy. Who else?
I'm
people
saying
from
that
the Wanted
Usopp
series, I guess.
Usopp does nothing but snipe with the same
Angelina
weapon.
Jolie could do it too. All
The
right.
He's
whole
the
way
same
through.
weapon, but he does different shit. It's not just
No, I mean
shoot
he has
directly
different.
at somebody.
He has different bullet, but the action is the same. He snipes people.
Exactly. But that's the point, right? He developed more
Ah.
techniques. He developed more
It's
techniques.
the same thing.
Isuke is just fucking reflect bullets,
Nah.
bounce bullets. It's cool, but
I'm gonna find that thing that
it would be
Heisuke did.
cool if
That
there
was
was
super
more
cool.
to it. You know what I mean?
He
If there
needs
was
to-
more.
He needs to further develop his Hatsu
Yes.
I don't
and
think
add
it's
more
that crazy.
conditions.
Am I not logged into this thing? Oh my god. Whatever.
Dude, I just want the best. I just want the best for Heisuke.
And he is.
You guys want him to. You want him to stay the same.
I didn't say that.
I'm pushing my boy. I'm pushing my
No,
boy.
I'm just.
I don't think
not
I ever
putting
said that.
these specific expectations on him, like I have of other characters in different series. I know how it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't expect Heisuke to gain a new skill every
use
single
this
arc.
as a moment of. Yeah, use this as growth, Brian. After this arc is finished and you've, stewed over.
You know what?
With the disappointment.
You know what I think is going to happen?
Learn from it and grow.
It won't be next chapter because this is good. It's going to be a flashback. Probably we won't see Heisuke for like maybe 1 or 2 chapters, but I bet he learned something from fighting Torres.
Yeah, and I'd be happy to
So
see it.
I
Like
think
I
that's
said,
possible. And if he doesn't, I would not be disappointed at all.
I would be disappointed.
I would-
Right?
I would not be
I would be
disappointed in the
disappointed.
slightest.
I would
There's
be
no
very
chance
disappointed.
Heisuke gets killed, right? There's
No
no,
chance. I don't think
No
so.
chance. Zero chance.
He has to fight the
Zero.
literal sniper rifle. That's
Could you imagine? Could you imagine Sakamoto comes up and Heisuke is dead and the girl is gone? Like, how fucked up would that be?
Then I would be mad with you, Brian, if that was the case. If Heisuke was killed off screen by Torres,
You come back, he just has a hole in his chest. The sand.
and he leaves a note that says he shouldn't have focused so much on sniper rifle. He should have.
Yeah.
If he was like slightly better with a pistol, he probably could have beaten me, but he shouldn't
Bro,
have focused.
I'm not saying that he shouldn't focus on sniping. God, you're so cringe. In a setting
No,
where
you're cringe, bro.
I'm
That's what
cringe.
you're saying.
Okay, I'm cringe. I'm cringe, huh? I'm cringe. All right, let me ask you something. You take
No, 'cause that's
a
what you're
sniper.
saying.
No. You take a sniper character. You're like, all right, sniper character. What are you gonna do when you don't have your sniper? And the answer is nothing. Nothing.
has-
What is the
he
point
has
of
his
you
friends
proposing
back.
it? What is the point of you proposing this goddamn question?
Damn.
Tell me.
Hold on,
What is the
I'm
point?
gonna log in
What is
real
the
fast
point?
because I gotta
It's
find
like
this
saying-
thing.
It's
That-
like saying, hey, man, you like to drink water? Well, what are you gonna do when you don't have water? Oh, I guess I'll just fucking die of dehydration.
That's not what
Like,
happened
come
though,
on. You find another way to fucking stay hydrated, for fuck's
bro.
sake.
He barely has weapons. What do you want him to do? He doesn't have a fucking.
He just didn't.
No! If he
He
doesn't
just
have a
didn't do it in an
sniper-
interesting enough way.
If he doesn't have
That's
a
it.
sniper, give him an alternative that is interesting in a setting that is so prime for a fucking different setting, like a different skill. Don't give me that shit. I don't care. I think
you-
that's stupid.
If you was a sniper in prison, what would you do?
Slingshot.
But there's no slingshots around, Brian.
He could make one, like a prison shiv. Come on.
Do they let you have rubber bands in prison?
I'm sure you could
Maybe
find
you could
one.
You could use the elastic from your drawers, maybe, like the drawstring.
You guys made me crash out. You guys made
You
me
crashed out
fucking
pretty
crash
hard. I don't know
out.
why.
Yeah, you.
I crashed out pretty intensely.
Because you said it was cringe, and then that's why I got me tight. Like, what the fuck? No, it's not. You crossed the line there.
I'm
Calling me
okay with
cringe.
him being a sniper, but if he doesn't have a sniper, I thought it would have been cool to be like, oh, he doesn't have a sniper. What is he gonna do?
Nah,
He does
fuck
not a
that.
sniper. He's a sniper.
So why even bring him here? There's a whole ass
You
other
wanna-
character that could use some fucking screen time. fucking the girl just chilling inside of the fucking school like department thing in the
He was
Sakamoto
supposed
store.
to develop an ability to change.
This is what he did.
hormones.
Bro, okay, so when they were dealing with the lasers, Tenkyu shot so fucking efficiently with a handgun. He shot in between Shin and blocked lasers at the exact moment Shin was about to
that was
cross.
a cool moment.
What do you want?
Yeah, that was a cool moment. That was a pretty cool
That's not
moment,
nothing, Brian. You see, he can do shit with a gun.
okay.
He doesn't have a lot of options weapons wise.
He shouldn't even had the handgun to begin with.
Oh my
though.
God.
If we're being real.
It should have been a slingshot, really.
It should have been a slingshot.
He should have gotten he should have gotten 2 little sticks from the beach they were on and created a slingshot, even though he had a fully functional handgun for a second there.
Listen, all I'm saying is missed opportunity.
Sakamoto Days is peak. It's peak.
Bro, he was fighting against that warden. Yeah, you was loving that shit, Brian.
He got bodied by the warden, didn't he?
That doesn't happen in jails. Then he got his lick back.
That doesn't
that
happen in
happened.
jails.
Not like that. He had like 48 storage containers fall on his back, and he just coughed the blood.
Yeah.
It said, "All right, you win."
Now the lasers thing was crazy.
Yeah, the lasers thing was pretty
It was
cool.
fucking nuts, Brian. What do you want from him? He proved he
it
could
was
do
a cool
other
moment.
things without a sniper rifle.
Nah.
And this is just
Nah, no.
this arc. He's not been with a sniper rifle before. He's used other weapons before.
What did he use before?
I don't remember, but I remember that he didn't always have the sniper rifle.
Exactly. He's more than just a sniper rifle.
Exactly. He's done it before.
Which is why he should have been more than just a sniper rifle this
Whatever. I'm going to say this. I really like this chapter. I don't think he's confirming that Shin is a bad person here. I think he's more leading off that I know what kind of person you really are. And, he's not going to say that, I know you're a piece of shit, but I love you anyway. I think he's gearing up to say that, no, you're actually a good person. And this flashback will show you why, even though you're not perfect, this is why you're not a bad person. And I can't let you just be a murderer. So I'm excited to see how that goes. We know nothing about this time in Shin's and Sakamoto's life at this point and how they met and how they know each other before. So it'll be really cool to get this little part into it. I hope we do see Hisuke versus Torres, because when Hisuke does have a sniper rifle, it's pretty sweet.
Can't see it.
I can't see it.
I can't see it.
It's too bright, bro.
It's too bright.
It's too bright, buddy.
Way too bright.
Too bright. Too bright,
Way,
bro.
way too bright.
Much too
Way
bright.
Yeah, it's super bright.
He's about to, I don't know what he's looking for, though. I'm very excited to see. This is a good time to say you should be watching the YouTube version.
I'm just showing y'all the picture.
You're what?
I'm just showing you the picture of what you mentioned earlier, but the laser.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was sick. That shit was sick. I mean,
Yeah, that was a pretty cool moment.
I'm not saying like, oh, all right, now are you satisfied, Brian? I'm just like, I just wanted to look back and see like, yo, he did some lit shit. It's just not his arc. He's just there to hold it down.
No, it's not his
what
arc.
I'm saying? All right, I don't want to
point.
try to.
Golly. I'm not saying make the arc about Hisuke.
All right, but you understand how we feel too, though, right?
Yes.
Like,
Yes, I understand.
we're not people that don't care about Hisuke. We just feel differently.
I care deeply about Hisuke.
Yeah, I know.
It's cool.
I love Hisuke.
Listen, I already said it. I'm all right. I'm all right with him just being
That sniper fight where he was fighting the sniper rifle guy is one of my favorite parts of the series.
Did y'all notice that Sakamoto had a bag on him?
Yeah.
When he got there?
Yeah, I did.
Let me see. I didn't notice that actually when I first read it.
I saw that. I saw him with the bag, and I was like, "Oh, he has the sniper rifle."
Did he
don't
have the bird in there too?
Yeah, I was literally wondering this entire time, but I didn't want to keep bringing up shit. But like, where did he get? Where was Hisuke at?
Honestly, it does make me happy when he saw the sniper rifle was one thing, but seeing him reunite with Hisuke was pretty sick. Hisuke! That's my guy. All right. Well, I'm done talking about Sakamoto. I thought it was a great chapter. I had a good time. I'm enjoying it.
Next week's gonna be good.
It will be. It will be good, Brian.